Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody doing? Awesome. I want to take a moment to say hello to everybody who is tuned in from around the globe, whether present or soon from a replay. The power and the impact and the message, nevertheless, will remain the same. This is going to be a great time to reach out to your friends and to call them and tell them to hit that share button and to tune in. Because as I arrived here and as I stepped on the platform, I can feel such a shaking. It's almost like a vibration. So I don't know what Pastor is packing, but he's packing the heat, as you will hear me say. I have a feeling too that it's a fresh message, a fresh revelation, powerful nevertheless. There is a lot being said, and a lot of opinions are being mistaken for discernment. So the Lord is speaking so loud and so clearly for those who have an ear to listen. Let them hear what the Spirit of God has to say. He is speaking with such clarity. He is speaking with such direction. And he is speaking with such intentionality like I've never heard before in this season. And I encourage you that if you awake in the middle of the night, rather than saying, why am I awake? Why can't I sleep? I would really encourage you instead to say, Lord, I'm listening. Why have you awakened me? And I really encourage you to keep a journal by the side of your bed and to write down what it is that he says, no matter how small or how big it is, because there is an awakening that he is bringing to the church, because it doesn't matter what they say or what we see. We are not moved by what we see. We are not moved by what is said. Because unless even on the news that they are saying, thus saith the Lord, I don't tune in. There's no need to. Why would I? The Lord has been speaking to me so clearly this week. And it's filled with a promise and a mandate from the Lord. And those who have an ear to hear, let them hear. It is Psalms 145, starting at verse 11. And it says, they shall speak of the glory of your kingdom and talk of your power, to make known to the Son of Man his mighty acts and the glorious majesty of his kingdom. Your kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and your dominion endures throughout all generations. Your dominion endures throughout all generations. That is including this generation, our generation, and the now generation. That his kingdom will endure, that his promises and his purposes will prevail and endure. This is not the first time that the Lord has gone through a pandemic, nor is it the first time that he's gone through a supply chain problem. First time that he has gone through the financial collapses that we see and that we hear about. It's not the first time. We have a resume that we can open and we can begin to see and read the stories of what he has done and how he has overcome and how he has called us to be more than a conqueror. And it is no different. Just like I've said to my child, to name the animals what you see fit. Tell the animals who they are. Tell the animals what they are to do. Talk to the earth and tell the shrubs and the greenery and the fields what they are going to produce. Speak it and it shall manifest. Say it and it will come to pass. This is the authority that we have to speak to the earth and to speak to the ground. And so as we go in as the child of God, as the children of God, we go in and we hear from the Lord and we speak his mandates and we speak his promises so loud and clear. And to this earth, you are being shaken. You are being shaken, but you are not being crumbled. You are being shaken, but you are not being bent. You are being shaken, shaken, but you shall move forward with the greenery of the Lord and the manifestations of his harvest, because the harvest field is good. The harvest field is right. And you watch and see what is happening, and what is upon us had to happen. It had to be seen. Why? Because the word tells us to bring the darkness into the light. This is what's happening. The darkness is being brought up to the light. So do not be dismayed. Do not be fearful of what you see and what you hear. It is the plans of man that are shaking. It is the plans of man trying to prepare and trying to practice what they think is best for God's earth. But what God's earth says, he is telling us the ground is fertile. The ground is so fertile.